Welcome back to my channel, Frugal with John. Today we're going to be dealing with rust. I've already did the rust repair. Now it's time to spray with some rust proofing. I tried a different gun and it really sucked. I haven't sprayed in here yet, but I tried it on something else and it was no good. And I researched, I found everybody saying that this is a good gun to spray and you get a lot of tight areas. So I'm going to show you the repair and what would have stopped all this. So I'm not going to do traditional unboxing. I'm going to kind of speed it up a bit. Okay, so what comes with it is actually a heavy steel container. That's where you're, I'm going to be using fluid film. Right now it's sitting in the sun trying to warm up so it sprays better. We got the gun that it screws onto. Come with a tip that screws on the end, which is a quick release for the two different ends. One end's sprays 360 and straight out the tip, so it sprays all the way around as you're pulling out. And another one, you got an Allen key here, so that's loose to start with. I guess you got to replace this hose. I guess I'll have to tighten that. And this is something you just go in and you grab at the end and you just go in all the little nooks and crannies. We're going to put all this together, and it doesn't come with one of these. So I have a kit right here of different ends. So I'm going to have to put that on. Bit of Teflon tape, a couple different wrench sizes. I got a 5/8 and a 15. So this end, that's already tight, has rubber on the inside. So I'm not going to bother putting Teflon tape on that, but we'll just tighten that down. When I said these are just quick release, goes in, comes out. So when you want to switch ends, to speed up the job, put the next one in. Next, we're going to get some Teflon tape. When you put Teflon tape on, you put it on the way you screw tight. So you wrap it this way, so when you screw it on, it doesn't peel it off. It just tightens it up more. Tight enough. And of course, once it's full, I could screw it onto there. Trigger. And this would be, I guess, I haven't read directions, I will, but I would guesstimate that that's for flow, how much product you want to come out at one time. Yeah, when I'm tightening something small like this, I don't need much strength, and I don't know if it's metric or standard because I just use a metric and a standard wrench. So I usually come up with just cheap kits. This one's standard, this one's metric. I'm going to start metric first, see if I can find the size. And it is metric. Free from the end. I have what size it is, I have no idea. It's not marked on there. So the longer I can shove it in stuff, the better, as long as I get something good to grip onto. So we'll tighten it there. There. So it's long enough. It's as long as I can get it until before I hit the hose. That way it gives me more room to get into places. The plastic is off because I did the rust repair. And I'll grab a flashlight and show you where I fixed on. I'm not a body person. I didn't go crazy. But what I did do was stop the rust and shouldn't go any further. Okay, so my repair was here. It actually rusted. It used to say Jeep along here. I had to take that off. And it started rusting. It actually put a hole in here so water was coming down here and leaking inside and starting to corrode along the bottom. Anyway, it didn't look that bad until I took a closer look. And I noticed more and more rust coming fairly quickly. And then when I took a look, I seen a hole here. So I had to take all this apart, take the inside apart, fix it, and I put silicone along the top edge of this all the way around when I put it back in after I did the repair. It's not perfect. It still has to be buffed out with a rubbing compound, but I got to let it dry for a few days. It's never going to be perfect because, like I say, I'm not a body person. My main goal is to make it look good from far, and hopefully if I can get the camera far enough back, make a smaller picture, it'll look good. But what I don't like seeing is rust, because once it starts rusting here, then the whole back is gone. So anyway, so I'll bring you on the inside and I'll show you what it looks like. Another thing, I see a lot of people, they do a rust repair and then they spray with primer and then they drive around with primer on it. And primer doesn't stop water. Water goes right through and it just rusts right through the primer almost instantly, first rain. So if somebody spends time doing a repair, don't turn around and cheap out. And I just went to our automotive place and I bought color match. the spray can. Anyway, it was, this Jeep is pearl black, and I put a clear coat on top of it. I'm not saying it's good paint, but it's good enough to stop the rust for now. After it's all done, spray everything with fluid film, and it should be okay. Plus, I also use rust converter after I sanded it as best I could, because it should have been cut out. A new piece welded back in, but rust converter, some primer, some color match paint, some of this, fluid film, I should be good. The repair was in here. And you see with this there, I put some rust converter on this. I didn't paint over it. I'm just going to spray it with fluid film. But that was starting to rust too, because too much moisture was coming in. Anyway, pressure washer and a huge rain, and not one drop of water came in this back hatch. So we're good. Okay, so we're going to get set up with the spray gun. Maximum pressure, 90 PSI. I run my compressor at 120, so I'm going to have to add this in the line. I just have it with two ends on it, so I just add a hose to my existing hose that's there. Anyway, I seen another older box, and it said between 60 and 90, and see how, well, that's my automatic drain in my compressor. It's a hot, humid day today, so I left it turned on. Every 45 minutes it'll come on, so I will probably go over and shut it off. So. Not that this takes a long time to do, it just takes a long time to make a video and do this at the same time. Normally, if not making a video, I would have this done in 10 minutes. Making a video, it may take me an hour, may take me 2, depends. So maximum 90 PSI, we're going to be adding this. I'll put links to everything in the description. Originally, I had bought this, and this had, it's like a thin oil. And the gun worked fine, but when I tried fluid film in it, yeah, it doesn't work well at all. I've seen a few people say these are hard to fill with fluid film because fluid film is pretty thick. But this stuff has a bit of WD-40 in it. And I had it outside. We'll see how it goes. Let me get a couple of rags. It is a messy job. Okay, let's see if we can pour that in here. Let's say this has been sitting in the sun for a bit. And it's got WD-40, so WD-40 is not going to hurt. I could open this and put a bit more in. Kind of separates a bit, but not much.
Wait.
So just stir it up again. But a hot day when this is out in the sun for about an hour, really, really helps it, because this was, last time I opened it, tried to pour, it was really, really thick. Okay, that should do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the vehicle out to an area I want to spray, because I don't want the overspray in the garage. I got too many things in here. I definitely don't want undercoating on. As we see what I'm dealing with here on the inside of it, haven't sprayed yet, getting close to it. But if I can get you down to the seam, you can see where water's got in and it's starting to rust all along the seam. So now I'm going to get a whole bunch of fluid film down there, and no, it's not leaking anymore, so that should stop it. Anyway, so I'm going to spray all this. If you look at the seam, it's not rusting yet. Normally this is not required, because when you're spraying all these holes, you end up with the plastic inner sheet blocking all the spray from going in the vehicle. That's why I got the plastic here, because it's off. I did the repair, and before I put it back together, I want to make sure I cover everything. So I don't get all the spray in the vehicle, I just put a sheet of plastic. Like I say, normally that's not required. I'm not doing the whole vehicle, I'm just doing this back hatch. I got some repairs to do on it. Then after all the repairs are done, then I'll spray the whole thing. But for now, just the hatch. Okay, so I sprayed it all with the back panel off, sprayed it good, and I put it back on. I would not suggest taking the panel off like that to spray, because it's a lot of work to get it off for one, then get it back on and get everything lined up. But normal way I would spray this from now on, now that it's coated in there, I would just take my gun. Piece of advice, I'm going to switch it up. Where this Allen key is, line it up to where the nozzle is. That way, just from going into, if you're going into something, you can go like that, you know where you're facing, or if you're going into here. Let me get my headlight on. From now on, when I touch this up, I'm just going to go, if you can see right here, in this hole, that's a drain, water drain hole. I'm just going to go in there. Let's see if we got it coming out. Yeah. Let's get a little extra at the seam. And in order to get inside the back of the door, to get a bit more coverage, take this end off. You can shove this end in. And they got a little cover right here, little plastic cap. And the one that does 360, you can shove that in here and you can hear where it goes. It goes all the way over. Making life difficult, so I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to shove this in. And I can see through this hole where I am. And then bring it up. Okay, that's my rust repair fluid film undercoating with a new gun. It actually works pretty good. Anyway, if you liked the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.